Hi, welcome. This is Michelle Salcho of Michelle's Creative Corner. I'm a demonstrator, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Middle Tennessee. And my project today doesn't really need a video, but I wanted to show you how the pouch comes together because it's a little difficult to photograph how you get the two pockets. And you can see I'm struggling to even show you on a video. So I just wanted to show you real quickly how to do that, and then we'll put one of these together. I already have the pieces arranged. So I'm going to switch to the other camera, and I have tried to get this lighting to cooperate, and it is just not cooperating today, which makes no sense because it's a lovely sunny day. So these are two that I've already completed. So one with the little Santa. This is from the Be Jolly stamp set, and I gave him a little Velcro closure, although you could certainly use a dimensional or a piece of ribbon. You have lots of choices in how you close it, but I just loved that. Then this sweet little girl, I'll call her a girl, is from the Seasons of Fun stamp set, which is, this is a host stamp set, so you get this for free. You can purchase, when you place a $150 purchase, you earn Stampin' Rewards, and you can spend those Stampin' Rewards on this Seasons of Fun stamp set, and it is too cute. And that is where she came from. And then on the inside of her, because this has two pockets, I created a little card for a place to write a message. This little dog is also in the Seasons of Fun stamp set, but the greeting I chose is actually from Banner Year. It's this Christmas wishes up here, but you can see lots of choices that you could do. I'm thinking that this is a treat holder for maybe a gift card, in this front area, and then you write your message on that part. Or it could be, I've used this for treats for my team, rhinestones or metallic pearls. Something that's fairly flat would go in here. And Ghirardelli squares would certainly fit as well. But the measurements, the pouch ends up being 5 by 4, so it's a good size. All right, let me show you. I've used the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper on these so far. I actually got this idea when I received this with a treat from Rhonda Wade, and I took it apart and figured out how to make more because I do a craft fair once a year, and I thought these would be great for that craft fair. So I've got another piece of Heartwarming Hugs, and we're just going to cut this and assemble it real quickly so I can show you. All right, so I am cutting this in half, so at 6 inches, nothing fancy about that, using our paper trimmer. And then I am going to score with the scoreboard. I like to use the scoreboard with non-card projects. I think you get a better score line. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 1 inch all the way down. Then I'm going to flip it around and score it on 1 inch at the other side. That is easier for me than saying 1 and 5. However, that is how I would list it in the directions. Then I'm going to score this at 3. And then, believe it or not, I'm going to flip it and score it at 4. And that gives me a 5-inch window here. So technically, I scored this at 3 and then at 8. You can't see that, but I've got the measurements across here. So on the long side, I've scored it at 3 and at 8, leaving a 5-inch window here. And then on the short side, I've scored it at 1 and 5. If you don't have this scoring tool, it is fabulous when you are creating boxes and bags and such. Now, I just need to burnish all of these edges. So I'm going to quickly fold them up it's hard to see the score lines, so once I have done this part, it's a little easier for me. Now, on the 3-inch side, this side, I need to cut off these pieces. So these little 1x3 pieces on the sides, I'm going to cut off. I'm going to do that by bringing in our trimmer, and I'm going to come over here to the 1-inch side on the right, to the right of the cutting area, and I'm going to cut down to 3 inches. So I'm cutting down to that score line, and then I'm going to flip it over here and repeat. So line that up and cut down to the 3. Now the other 3 cuts I'm going to make with my paper snips. So I'm going to take the tiniest bit of an angle here to cut out that piece. And the same on this side. As soon as I find it, just the tiniest bit there. Okay. So those are just at a slight angle. Now on these, same kind of thing. I don't need, these prints can sometimes get a little difficult to find your score lines. And for some reason, it is easier to cut going this direction. I'm sure there's a very technical term for that. I just don't know what it is. Okay, so now you are left with this. Now I'm going to put my snips away and grab a bone folder and actually burnish these a little bit better. I need to add adhesive to 2 of the spots. I apologize if my head keeps getting in here. My husband and I have been working on these cameras. Okay, so now you have what looks like this, and we're going to put adhesive here and here. And you can use tearing tape or the liquid glue, whichever you prefer. And I use that multi-purpose Tombow glue, liquid glue for almost everything, and it is fabulous for 3D projects as well. But because I don't use that very often, I thought I would just give it a shout out today. And I might just put a dot of glue on here after I do this next piece. And my hair has decided to fall in my face. Pretty sure I applied hairspray to prevent that. Alright, I've got those 2 out of the way. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose that end to the Take Your Pick tool. Alright, and because my tearing tape didn't go quite to the end, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of Tombow down there, but make sure I stick all my fingers to it first. Okay, and then I just fold this over, and I have 2 pockets. Now, this end doesn't seem quite. Okay, so now how are we going to decorate this? Well, I have, in the magic of, I don't know, no magic, I have already stamped a snowman from that Be Jolly stamp set. I've cut both of these from the seasonal layers. Let me just make sure that's right. Oh, seasonal labels. Okay, the seasonal labels dies. They are in, let's see if I can find all of these. Okay, the banner year is not in the, okay. Oh, see, I've changed rails here. Okay, so Painted Christmas, I think that's the one, page 17. Okay, so let's tell me I have that right. Seasonal labels dies are on page 18. So they are part of this painted Christmas suite. And then the Seasons of Fun. Okay, so here's the Seasons of Fun. It's at the back, page 78, explaining that it is a host stamp set. Heartwarming Hugs paper. This is a return from last year. It's on page 57. Banner Year is in the main catalog. Okay, so here is this beautiful Heartwarming Hugs paper. And I think that's everything except for the basics. So the banner year is here, and it is number 153464. There will be, I'll add a supply list. Okay, so I cut 2 of these white. Why did I do that? Because I colored my Santa with my blends, and this is to layer up and hide because I don't want anybody to see. This part of my tag is going to be visible. Well, I guess technically the red may cover it. The red would cover it. Oh my gosh. See, I didn't have a red on the first one I did. I don't need that. Oh, brilliant. All right, let's make sure. See, that's all going to be tucked in, so it's not going to be visible. Now, let's see if I've got these. These are not entirely symmetrical, so I cut this apart so that I could make a top and a bottom. Okay. So now when I put Santa, the only thing that extra white layer would do would be make it a little more stable. And I do kind of like that. Okay, I'm back to using both. It's okay if I change my mind, right? But you do need to flip them around and make sure that you get them lined up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these little guys together. I'm a glue scribbler. Are you a glue scribbler? Some people are very precise with their glue. I'm not so precise. All right, now I want this little guy down here. Oh, come on, stay. And this is not cut in half because I don't want the gap to show. And as you can see, here's my flap. So I want the gap to be somewhere up here. And then you decide how big or how narrow you want that mat to be. I like it about there. Then do the same on this end. And a little dot there. And just line that up, make it a little, as even as I can. It's probably not my strength. And see, my Santa down here needs a little, I should have put a little at the tip of it also. All right, you all go over there and dry. Then I've already stamped the inside of my little card, right, and colored it. So I pretty much stuck, but you can see I need a layer behind it because my messy coloring would show through. I stuck with the colors that are in the paper. So Real Red, Mossy Meadow, Pear Pizzazz, and Whisper Basic White, sorry. I did add a Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight there, and this is bronze. I outlined a little bit in the light pool party. And I think I'm going to come back afterwards and add some crystal effects to the Santa's hat, his little pom-pom, and the cuffs of his sleeves. Crystal effects, they're shimmery crystal effects, and I don't want to do that right now because I would get it everywhere. It takes a little bit of time to dry. Alright, so then lining this up, I can see that I can come down just about to Santa's fingertips with my dimensionals, and that way I'm only adding dimensionals, adding sticky to the top. So we're just going to say I'm going to come along this line. And I want this to be reusable, you know, and get lots of love. So I'm going to be generous with my dimensionals. They don't all have to be sticky. You know, some of these middle ones might be just for support, but I'm going to go ahead and peel. So you don't have to peel all of them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, my head. Sorry. I've been doing Facebook Lives or live videos for some time. I'm not quite sure why I can't keep my head out of the camera. Okay. All right, so there is that. Now, and this would go inside. And if you want to keep this closed, and here you can see I just did that tiny, so you can see it's not quite straight across. That's just so that this will fold easily. And you can use a dimensional or a little Velcro dot. I used Velcro dots on mine just so they would be more easily reusable. Don't have to worry about tearing them up with their dimensionals. Okay, so here are the 3 that I have made and photographed for you. And I hope that this helped. Just remember you only need adhesive on those bottom 2. Score at an inch, flip it, score it at 3, flip it, score it at 4, trim those edges and fold it up. It's easy peasy. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.